I want to give you a quick review of the Motley Fool Rule Breakers. Is the service really worth it? Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as superb as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I'm going to break down for you the Motley Fool Rule Breakers. I'm actually going to show you the ins and outs, the pros and cons, and at the end of the day, we'll have to have a discussion about whether or not the service is really worth it. So if you are shopping for an investment research service, you've probably came across the Motley Fool during your search, and this is one of the top services in the industry. So we are going to, but before we get into the nitty gritty, let's go back to the definition. What is the Motley Fool exactly? The Motley Fool opened for business in the early 90s, and it's become in the last 30 years a pioneering presence in the investment research service industry. And the founders are Tom and David Gardner, the Gardner brothers, and they are both still heavily involved in the business. So for the last 35 years, they are still in the business. And David Gardner even personally manages some of the Fool's higher-end research products and portfolios to this day. And the company in the last 3 decades has earned a reputation as a reliable and highly trustworthy research firm. And if you really think about it, that's pretty much a rare feat in a space that is known to be rife with get-rich-quick scams and shady operators. And we love the fact that in our research, Fool's popularity skyrocketed. We have seen that their popularity skyrocketed over the last the last 2 decades because of the company's consistent ability to beat the market. And many of the firm's stock picks beat the S&P 500 by a significant margin. And so is the Motley Fool legitimate? Of course, the answer is yes. This is a resounding yes, because Motley Fool remains to this date a leader in the investment research space for a reason. The company is well respected. They are a well-established firm that does not utilize deceptive marketing or high-pressure sales tactics. Of course, we have also reviewed the Motley Fool Stock Advisor. We have noticed that they do a lot of upsell, but it's not a deal breaker, really, if you think about it. And we love the fact that this is a company that prides itself on serving its clients with integrity and honesty. And the firm is known for offering honest and upfront guidance. So this is pretty cool. And what I want to say here is that there are tons of shady research services out there. So there is ample reason to be suspicious when you're shopping around. However, you can rest assured that Motley Fool is a legit business, specifically the Motley Fool Rule Breakers. So the service is 100% legitimate. We can assure you of that. Let's kind of talk specifically. Let's really elaborate a little bit on the rulers of the Motley Fool Rule Breakers. So who runs this service? Tom and David Gardner. They both actively engage with various Motley Fool research services, but the brothers specialize in very different aspects of the market. It really depends on what you're looking for. So, for example, Tom Gardner and his brother David Gardner, they both oversee recommendations for Motley Fool advisory services. But the thing here, what we love is that they do bring 2 different analytical approaches to the table. So if you take, for instance, you have Tom Gardner. He is more of the one who focuses more on the long-term investment side of the service. He likes to invest in companies with steady earnings, solid fundamentals, and strong business models. So that's for Tom. And if you contrast that with David Gardner, David is more the detailed person. He has an eye for emerging industries and higher risk growth stocks. And his team likes to invest in innovative leadership and stocks with a track record for past price appreciation. And Motley Fool Rule Breakers lets David Gardner and his team off the hook. And the Rule Breakers team tends to pick stocks with higher risk reward ratios and building business momentum. And Rule Breakers, this is very important to mention, focuses primarily on growth stocks. So its stock recommendations tend to include companies with some type of it factor. All right, this is something. So what is the Motley Fool Rule Breakers really? What is the service itself? Now, this is a subscription-based Motley Fool research service that delivers a steady stream of high-growth stock recommendations. And the Rule Breakers is a stock picking service that is very similar to its sister service, Stock Advisor. We have covered Stock Advisor on another show, so please check that out also. And the Motley Fool Rule Breakers aims to help investors beat the market by providing them with access to great stock picks and invest in education. And as a member, you will get 2 new stock picks every month, a list of the best stocks to buy right now, a list of starter stocks to build a strong portfolio, and you have a variety of educational resources and community access. And one thing you have to also understand is that the Motley Fool Rule Breakers subscription includes much more than a newsletter. New users also receive a treasure trove of bonus goodies when they sign up for the Rule Breakers service. So speaking of the Rule Breakers service, what is the track record here? Because we hear about the fact that the Motley Fool has beaten the S&P consistently. What is the Motley Fool Rule Breakers specific track record? It's just fantastic. This service has an amazingly consistent record for beating the market. Since its 2015 launch, Motley Fool Rule Breakers, their stock picks have outperformed the S&P 500 by more than 300%. 300%, folks. So the average Rule Breaker stock returns more than 277%. Imagine that. Imagine if every stock in your portfolio had an average gains like that. That would be crazy amazing, right? So over the past 3 to 4 to 5 years, Rule Breakers has emerged as a top tier stock picking service. And we love the fact that this is a company that not only is consistent, but they are very focused. And that's fantastic. And what are key features in the Motley Fool Rule Breakers? Subscribers receive 2 new stock recommendations every month. So these regular alerts help investors zero in on the hottest growth stocks in the market. And each report comes loaded with valuable stock market research and growth stock recommendation. And the cool thing here is, folks, even if you don't buy the stock picks, guess what? Rule Breakers research has tons of value, and it can help you make better investment decisions with your portfolio as a whole. And a 1-year subscription to the Motley Fool Rule Breakers also include Rule Breakers Best Buys Now, the Motley Fool Rule Breakers Stock Picks Portfolio Access. You have 2 new growth stocks every month. You have a bi-monthly investment newsletter. So that really is great because it features in-depth stock market analysis and research. You have investor support community. That's fantastic, folks. And because here you're getting investing tips and trading support from a community of like-minded investors. That's wonderful. Of course, you have a constellation of education and trading tools that gives you access to an extensive library of trading resources, which in the end will help you sharpen your investing skills. And of course, you have the 30-day money-back guarantee that is available on all Motley Fool services. Okay, so this is pretty cool. Let's review each of those features in detail. First, let's talk about the best buys now. The Rule Breakers team maintains a list of 5 best buy now stock picks and updates it every month. So each of these stocks has strong support from the Rule Breakers team, and they often wind up being the best stock picks in the Rule Breaker portfolio. So this is something you might want to think about. You also have the portfolio. So when you sign up for Monthly Fool Rule Breakers, you get instant access to Fool's entire portfolio of Rule Breakers stock recommendations, including some of the best growth stocks on the market. Remember though, folks, this is very important. This service, the Motley Fool Rule Breakers, focuses on companies with excellent growth potential. So you're going to find dozens of fantastic investment ideas here. What about the monthly growth stocks? So each issue of Motley Fool Rule Breakers includes two new growth stocks to trade for the month, and every stock recommendation contains detailed research and analysis to support the bull case. And the cool thing here is that each pick generally falls along the speculative investment lines with higher price appreciation potential and risk than more conservative companies that you would find on the Monthly Fool Stock Advisor newsletters. Okay, and you also have the investor support community. So users also get access to one of the most vibrant investing support communities on the internet through Fool.com. And this community is a great place to vet your trading ideas to an audience that includes, if you really think about it, like-minded investors of various skill levels. And you can also review the boards for trading ideas from other members, and you might even discover a quality stock pick or two among the lot. Really depends on what you're looking for. You also have education and trading tools with the Motley Fool Rule Breakers. And we love the fact that with the Rule Breakers, the Motley Fool is really targeting investors of all skill levels. So the service does not end with stocks. So the Rule Breakers subscribers can also access the entire Motley Fool library of investing resources and trading tools, which has volumes of high value education materials that beginner investors will appreciate. And of course, I spoke about the 30-day money-back guarantee. So Motley Fool offers an industry-leading 30-day money-back guarantee on Rule Breakers. So we're showing you right now on the screen here. Once you sign up and you have all the info that you need to put there to sign up, you have 30 days to test out the service. And if you're not satisfied for any reason, you are entitled to a full refund. No questions asked. Okay, so you can see on the screen right now, you have the first snapshot of the registration page. And the second snapshot, you have it there. So really, 30 days give you plenty of time to review Motley Fool stock picks risk-free. And it's enough time to get a good feel for the service's investing methodology. You'll get at least one new stock recommendation from the Motley Fool and access to the portfolio. So you get plenty of picks to consider too. And, it's really, you should quickly know whether Rule Breakers is right for you, because by testing the service, you will know. So if you are skeptical of Rule Breakers, you can try it without risking your hard-earned money. That's pretty cool. And let's just talk a little bit about, because as we are talking about the Motley Fool beating the market, what are some of the Motley Fool Rule Breakers greatest hits? The cool thing here is that if you analyze the performance of this service over time, you've seen that probably they have had some great hits. First of all, Tesla. They picked Tesla on January 2nd, 2020. Okay, and the Monthly Fool made the stock pick towards the beginning of the year, way before the stock split. Okay, and we all know the rest is history, as they say. You have Intuitive Surgical, another great pick. This was picked back in 2019, and Rule Breakers recommended this cutting-edge healthcare stock a few years ago, and share prices now are way higher. They're like 40 or 50 times higher than they were when the Fool first made their call. We have, of course, Netflix. So the Rule Breakers team picked this stock on October 8th, 2020, and the thing here is that, this company, when you think about Netflix, they have been red hot since the lockdowns shifted, the majority of people on this earth to actually start streaming movies and documentaries. However, Rule Breakers was well ahead of the curve. They called out this stock pick last year and earned investors returns of 50% and more. And we have Shopify. And basically, the Rule Breakers team picked this wonderful stock on April 2nd, 2020. Again, you have to understand, with the pandemic and all the transformation we've seen in the economic space, e-commerce companies, streaming companies, they're doing fantastic. So here you have instances where the Motley Fool Rule Breakers they got it right. And so another question you have to ask yourself right now is the Motley Fool Rule Breakers worth it? A 1-year subscription to Rule Breakers typically costs $99 per year. That's slightly more than some other services, but you're getting access to top tier full research and stocks for the price. Even at that price, Motley Fool Rule Breakers is an excellent value. However, you can get a truly fantastic deal if you sign up if you sign up and test the service first for 30 days. That way you're not really losing any money. Okay, so when you really think about it, $99 a year. That's eight. That's what 90 divided by. That's about you're paying less than $10 a month. Probably around $8 or $8.50 a month for your subscription to Rule Breakers. And so investing in only one Rule Breakers pick could easily cover the cost of your subscription for an entire year. So just one Rule Breakers stock could quickly generate enough returns to cover everything. So what I'm trying to say here is that you have to think about what really works for you, whether you would rather go with Rule Breakers or whether you would like to go with the stock advisor. It's all about what really works for you. Speaking of which, is the Motley Fool Rule Breakers right for you? That's an important question you have to ask before shelling out about $100 for the service. The publication really primarily focuses on growth stocks and emerging opportunities, so it's best suited for speculative investing. At least this is how we kind of categorize the Motley Fool Rule Breakers. However, just about any trader will find useful information when they read Rule Breakers. Each issue includes detailed research on the latest stock market action and updated analysis of their best buy stocks. So investors of all skill levels will appreciate the Fool's straightforward, no-nonsense research, but the service can be a game changer for growth investors looking for emerging opportunities. And so we love the fact that the Motley Fool Rule Breakers will actually introduce you to a world of up-and-coming stocks you might have never heard of otherwise. It's an excellent option for investors who want to be ahead of the curve. This is really something that you have to think about. And what about the Motley Fool Rule Breakers versus Stock Advisor? Now, we have covered the Motley Fool Stock Advisor. We have reviewed that service on another show. So please go ahead and just watch that show. You will learn a lot about that service. One thing I want to say here in terms of comparing those two services offered by Motley Fool is that at the end of the day, this company offers over a dozen premium investment services. However, Stock Advisor and Rule Breakers are easily the most popular. So which one is better? First, I want you to understand that Rule Breakers and Stock Advisor are not competing services. No, we're not having any kind of cannibalization here. Those services are not they're not cannibalizing each other. While they both provide investment advice and stock picks, the two services work well together. Both services make stock recommendations that are designed to help you achieve exceptional investment returns. The main difference comes from the investing methodology. Okay, so Rule Breakers is focused on a very specific type of stock. So David Gardner and his investment team are looking for high growth stocks with innovative business models and strong management teams. And these growth stock ideas are a bit more niche focused, whereas Motley Fool Stock Advisor recommendations are more general. So if you're choosing between the two services, you can't go wrong with either. That said, the services work very well together. And as a member of both services, for example, you'll have access to more investment ideas that can help you build a diversified portfolio. So if you're looking to build a strong portfolio of growth stocks, tech stocks, and momentum stocks, you may consider signing up for both services. So it's really, in our team, most people in our team personally use both services. So again, it depends on if you are trying to build a diversified portfolio with a broad range of stocks over the long run. So folks, the our final verdict here. The Motley Fool is a great service. The company is one of the most credible names in investing, hands down. Their investment research services have been leading the industry for years. And while rule breakers cost slightly more than some bargain bin research services, is still much cheaper than other products. The Motley Fool is a highly visible and reputable company, so you know you can rest easy knowing you're getting a legit product. And the cool thing here is, as I said during the presentation, you have peace of mind because you have a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you want to invest with proven research from a reputable company, you can't go wrong with rule breakers. And we also love the fact that based on our analysis, Motley Fool Rule Breakers has become one of the best stock picking services on the market. The company has a stellar reputation and a track record of beating the market by a considerable margin. So if you are looking for a stock newsletter and alert service, you can't go wrong with Rule Breakers. And so what type of investor is Motley Fool Rule Breakers best for? It really depends, but based on our analysis, Motley Fool Rule Breakers is best for long-term investors with buy and hold strategies, because the stock picks are designed for investors who intend to buy and hold positions for at least 5 years, and the Rule Breakers is focused on uncovering growth stocks of companies with a long-term growth potential. So if you want to maximize on this growth potential and your own personal returns, it is great that you hold this growth stocks long term. This is not a swing trading strategy. This is not a day trading strategy. This is a long term. And one thing we also want to say here is that if you are an income investor, Rule Breakers is not for you. Definitely not. If you're looking to build a portfolio of dividend stocks that provide predictable yearly income, Rule Breakers is not your best bet. While some of the stocks have nice dividend yields, the stock recommendations are more focused on actual returns from increases in stock prices. This is how the stock picks have yielded such impressive returns over the past 15 years. So at the end of the day, it's all about your personal situation. We all know that in the world of investing, there is no universal strategy or piece of investment advice that is perfect for everyone. We all have different financial situations and investment goals, and the best idea for one investor might be the worst idea for another investor. So you have to really think about what really works for you based on this review and based on your personal situation, and see if the Motley Fool Rule Breakers is for you. Thank you so much for your attention, folks. I really appreciate it. I will see you another time. But before going, let me quickly recap today's conversation. So I was just reviewing the Motley Fool Rule Breakers service, and so first we had what is the Motley Fool? Is the Motley Fool legit? Who runs the Motley Fool Rule Breakers? What is the Motley Fool Rule Breakers? What is the Motley Fool Rule Breakers track record? What are the key features in that service? What are some of the best stock picks? Is the Motley Fool Rule Breakers worth it? Is the Motley Fool Rule Breakers right for you? And we did a little compare and contrast between the Motley Fool Rule Breakers and the Stock Advisor service. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.